We talk a lot on this podcast about independent artists developing their careers and turning music into a full-time gig instead of just a hobby. One aspect that we don't discuss enough is the financial side of things. I'm not an expert in that department, but here's a guy who is. Trevor Fisher of Way to Wealth Management is a local certified financial planner who can help you start planning your financial independence. Although Trevor was recommended to me by some local musicians and past guests on the show, he can also help young people plan for their financial future, help those close to retirement map out their next steps, get young families on the road to success, and more. Call Trevor at 204-471-3011 or email him at trevor@way2wealth.ca to get your finances on the right track today. All mutual funds provided through Fundex Investments Incorporated. On August 27th, get ready for Book of Ghosts. It's a new local band with a new self-titled record, and it's something you're going to want to hear. Book of Ghosts is 6 punishingly heavy metal fusion songs, drawing a wide range of disparate influences together to create a powerful sound. The record will be available everywhere August 27th. While you wait, go to instagram.com/bookofghostsofficial to find out more information and follow the band. If you've been following the podcast for a while, you may be aware that I release a list of my favorite local albums at the end of each year. On last year's list, there was a lot of well-known, highly acclaimed, popular local music, but there was one record that a lot of people had never heard of before. That record is called Einity by the group Zoroastrafari. Einity is a collaboration between dub electronic outfit Hypernation, drum and bass MC Pekona, and Polish producers Julian Berger and JPL Retro Style. It draws as much from progressive rock and Poland's reggae-inspired post-punk scene as it does from classic roots. The result blends island flavor with an Eastern European soul, a combination with an uplifting lyrical focus on oneness and spiritual unity. And the good news is that Einity is now available on iTunes. So at the time my list came out, unless you were given a physical copy by someone from Hyper Records or by a member of the band, you probably wouldn't have heard the record. But now, if you're a digital music fan, you can check it out, and I strongly encourage you to do so. It really is a great album. And please go to hyperrecords.com, that's records with a Z, to find out more information about this album and all the other great material that they've been releasing over the past few years. It's been a while since I actively played in a band. We're probably talking a decade or more at this point. And although I've been interviewing local musicians week after week for years with this podcast, I haven't really had an itch to get back into playing music. The band on this episode, however, made me rethink that a little bit. This interview is with the 3 members of Yer Mum, and they kind of reminded me just how much fun punk rock is, and how much I miss playing in a band with this kind of energy and ridiculousness and just good times. We did the interview at their home base, aka the Whorehouse, and they performed a number of songs live specifically for the podcast. The songs are awesome. Recording quality didn't come out exactly how I wanted, but the energy is there, the vibe is there, and I think that in hearing these raw, live off the floor performances, I think you get a better idea of what Yer Mum is all about than you would if I just played the studio tracks. That being said, they have 2 EPs out now. I strongly encourage you to check them out. It's a great band, doing interesting things in a scene that often comes across as a bit too samey. Not to disparage any of the punk bands I've had on before, but I think it's a common complaint with a lot of them that they're often stuck playing the same kinds of music with the same bands week after week. And Yer Mum is doing something a little different.
You're listening to Garbage Hill, Winnipeg's first podcast network.
Winter Police Radio. I'm sitting at a table with a number of dogs and some beer cans and smoking paraphernalia. And I heard before we get started that this place is called the Whorehouse. Is that?
Yes.
That's correct, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm in the Whorehouse, which is not actually a whorehouse, I hope. And I'm here with, this is the whole band, right? All three members of Yer Mum, which is, first of all, a great band name. And I guess just the best way to kind of get started is there's three of you here. If you can each identify who you are, what you do in the band, the listeners can put a name to the voice. So just over here.
My name's Jenny, and I play bass, and I also do vocals and the odd clarinet.
Okay.
I'm Jimmy. I play guitar and I sing. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, okay, I got it. Hold on, I got two. Okay, I'm good.
I'm Travis, and I hit things with sticks and sometimes yell into a microphone.
Cool. And I guess, just off the top, like I said, I love the band name. That's maybe a good place to start, though. It's where did that go? Is it just literally the Yer Mum joke? Is that
first thing before we get to that? Big ups to Victor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's the reason why we have that name in the first place.
Okay.
We I don't even know how long we were jamming for.
Couple times.
We had a few
years
jams, and we were trying to think of a name, anyways.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, you guys should call it Yer Mum." And we're like, "Oh,
yeah."
I'm
Hey there,
pretty-
Victor.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure the day is coming up that it's been 6 years exactly.
Oh wow, that's
yeah,
all.
it's probably today or tomorrow or something.
Yeah.
Now that I think of it.
yeah." I wasn't overly fond of the name at first. I was like, "Okay, if we're gonna do it, we gotta spell it all weird."
Yeah.
And then, the name definitely grew on me right away, and the jokes are endless. It's super fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely grew on me too.
Oh,
Yer
it was
Mum.
there.
Yeah.
Do you think it kind of gives people an idea of what you're going to sound like? Upon seeing it, is it
No,
all...
I don't think so.
I don't know.
We're a gospel group.
I think one of my favorite things somebody ever yelled at the stage. I think we were playing at the zoo or Aussies. I think actually Aussies, and somebody was yelling, "I wish your mom was tighter." I was like, yeah.
You're just telling people I'm in Your Mum, and they're like, "What the hell?"
Telling my grandma, I'm like, "Oh yeah, what's your band name?" "Oh, it's Your Mum." "What?" "It's Your Mum."
Smart ass.
And after 6 years, the shine hasn't worn off Your Mum? It's
No.
still...
I still laugh
No.
occasionally.
Yeah.
Choke up on stage. I'm like, "Who are Your Mum?"
So I guess just to kind of, for some context, how do you define what you do? I mean, it's punk rock. But unfortunately, we live in an era where everything is divided into little subgenres of subgenres, and people put everything into categories, and they want to classify things. So what do you call it if someone says, "Hey, what kind of band is Your Mum?"
Because I hate everything. I just say that.
A good outlet.
Okay.
I don't even know how to. I don't even know.
I mean, do you call it a punk band though?
I would say we're a punk band for sure, but I mean, there's all the like you said, there's so many different subgenres, but I don't even know.
Reggae fusion.
Sometimes we have a few different kinds of songs. We do a few different covers, but I don't know.
Anger
We're
management.
just fucking mad.
Oh, I hate everything.
Not at each other.
Not each other, or just that our songs are usually about people that we know or take influence from, and their behaviors are not always so nice.
Or just situations.
Just
or,
distortion.
I mean, we literally have a song called "Piece of Shit, Christina." I don't know how. Forward.
That sounds very
How
specific.
forward you can get.
Yeah.
We'll include the last name, in time.
So any stuff like that, or something as small as, say, people with their shirt tags out. That is literally one of our songs.
So you just write about things
Pisses
you're
me
mad at,
off.
basically?
Yeah, just things are
Christina,
mad at.
you big ball fuck.
Pretty much. Cheers to that, dude.
Well, and I guess the reason I'm asking that too is because I feel like in Winnipeg anyway lately, based on who I've had on the show in the last little while, all the punk bands have been that kind of 90s skateboard melodic hardcore kind of thing, which seems like there's tons of bands doing that. That Fat Records thing, and I don't think you guys are that.
No.
So I mean, but they call themselves punk bands too, right? And it's how do you where do you fit on the spectrum of what
more
punk is
inappropriate?
I don't know. I definitely wouldn't call us pop punk by
No.
any means.
Not skate punk.
Well, but I mean, there's skate punk that's more poppy, and then there's
early hardcore,
early skate
early
shit.
hardcore skate punk.
We're a fine
Jimmy
crust.
definitely skates a lot. I used to skate a bit. Jenny skates.
Okay, well, maybe a better way of asking that then. Are there, like, certain artists that the three of you all sort of point to as, like, oh, this is someone that we all listen to and all kind of draw influence from, or is it all pretty varied?
It's sporadic.
It's very sporadic,
Yeah.
but I take a lot of influence from Pantychrist from Hamilton.
Hell yeah.
We love them so much. We got a fun story about that after. They're definitely a huge influence of mine because they're a bunch of angry chicks just yelling and just a big fuck you, and I love it. But last year when we were going on tour, and this is just how much I love my band family, we were sitting at this very table, and Travis decides to tell me that he surprised me, and we were going on East on our second tour last year, and he said, I've got a surprise for you. I got in touch with Pantychrist, and they're gonna come and meet you at our show in Hamilton. And I think I had a heart attack, and I cried a little bit because I was so happy. And we got to perform a cover that's one of their songs with the lead singer.
Oh, cool.
And it was like a dream come true. So it was amazing.
You ever have a boner on stage?
Yeah, I did.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
That was really cool. Mm-hmm. That was a fun time.
So much fun. So yeah, a lot of influence from them, and I don't know if you guys want to.
I always over them that.
Yeah.
We're all wasted in the parking lot, and they and I'm like sick. They're like all over them.
I don't know why it's become tradition that anywhere we go on tour, Jimmy lines up people on the ground,
Nice.
and then he has to ollie over them on a skateboard.
Right on.
7 is my record.
7, yeah.
What happens when you try 8?
Oh.
Someone's breaking an arm.
Yeah.
I think I have a mark.
we had one of Chubb and I's old bands, Pressure Crack. Yeah, we had people line up indoors, and there's maybe there's 8 people there. Yeah, I think that was, and our buddy, our manager, a joke manager, is Leahy.
You have a joke manager?
Yeah, we fired him 8 times for the whole tour.
Oh man, at least 8.
But he was on the last end of the people. Lying down, and I just gunned it, and I wasn't going fast enough. I got a truck bash right to the eye for him. So he started bleeding. I'm like, "Oh man, you all right?" He's like, "Oh, I'm all right." He's cracking open a 40, and he's like,
Was that the 8th guy?
"Yeah, he was like."
I would not want to be the 8th.
No, it sounds horrible.
No, Jimmy likes to take GT snow racers off the garage roof and skateboards off the roof.
Nice.
Off the fridge one time. I don't know what else.
That lining thing's not the
Pretty much anywhere in this house, he's dropped off of anywhere. This is before I did the renos and stuff, but we got videos of him. I had a fridge over there, and there's a video of him dropping off the fridge, tail stalling the sink, dropping in from that ledge down to that middle. I don't even know what you call it, but that's quite a bit of it. Drops down to those
Going
side
in through
doors.
fucking Jeff's house.
Yeah.
Basically, he sticks to outdoors post renovation for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Well, when I was a kid, we used to do the same thing with the jumping over large groups of people, but with the GT snow racers. We built a ramp, and then everyone would be crammed in as tight as possible on the ramp, and always someone would get, mortally wounded or whatever. But...
So are we all hanging out this winter? Or
yeah, I
what?
guess so.
Right on.
Yeah. Set a good example for my kids.
Even cops pulled us over at the end of was it Edmonton?
Oh, I think we were in Calgary. Actually, we were in a back lane in Calgary on our
Was
first
it really
tour.
a pull over? He was just kind of standing in the middle of the fucking street.
Yeah, the cop kind of got out, and he's like, "What are you guys doing?" Oh, I'm mauling over him. Kind of had this weird.
Oh wait, no, okay. I was thinking of a different time. Yeah, no, at Calgary they came and they were just like, "Nah, don't worry, we just want to watch it."
He got back in his cruiser and I just gunned it.
Did you hit anyone that time?
No, I didn't. No, I was on fire.
it safe to say that maybe you guys are more of the kind of drunk, chaotic, sort of sloppy type of punk band? Or
Yeah, I think we're coming to that conclusion.
Yeah.
Garagey.
Yeah. Like the dirtier sort of,
Thin layer of crust on a dinner
Right.
dish.
We definitely take like I don't know personally. I took a lot of influence when we started the band from like bands like Suicidal Tendencies.
Yeah.
And shit like that.
I can tell by the way you keep flipping your hat up. But no, yeah, like the thrashier kind of stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
I just like I don't know. I like to drum fast. Yeah.
What's important?
I like fast.
Yeah. Well, where do you think you fit in? I guess then within the Winnipeg punk scene, because obviously there's a bunch of different types of punk rock represented. But like I said, I keep seeing a lot of these sort of melodic hardcore harmony kind of bands, right? Like
we've played with like a bunch of different bands. Like we've even played with hip hop groups,
rappers and stuff.
I love mixed genre shows personally.
I like that one meme with the rapper and the punk rocker, and they both like doing like the and it's like punks, rappers, not calling the cops. We have that in common.
Oh yeah, and it gets a different crowd out all the time, different ears, different people to socialize with too. I mean, we make friends wherever we go, and sometimes not, and that sucks when that happens. But I'm going to be really honest about it. We love meeting different people and people who play different genres. I don't think there should be any limitation on that whatsoever. I just think everyone should just play and have fun, personally.
Like metal bands with
yeah.
acoustic acts in the same show, like in Portage. Yeah,
those are awesome.
Yeah, so much fun.
Are those happening often?
We did one. Actually, instead of doing tour this year, we decided to take a week of vacation together. Okay. So we just kind of played every day by ear. But our one commitment was this show in Portage Prairie. So we had dinner with Jimmy's family. And we got a hotel. We got a hotel at Canadians and water slides, all that stuff.
Nice.
So nice the next day. And so we were playing at damn it.
Oh, the Cat and Fiddle.
The Cat and the Fiddle.
Okay,
And we were playing with a few different bands. And we had like this metal band, an acoustic opener, and us. I lost my voice 2 hours before the show. That was fun. So that happened back in June. And I think about once a year we've done something with any type of hip-hop group. Just variety. I personally, as long as everybody can get along, have a fun time. I don't care who's on that show.
Yeah, that show was like kind of like messed up for me because we had talked to the promoter and asked if we could arrange to where I could just bring kind of my breakables. I'd bring my stand. So basically, essentially, I just need the shells. One rack tom, floor tom, and bass drum. That's all I need. I got everything else, kind of thing. And so he somehow tracked down his drum set from a buddy's place, who pawned it. So he got the drums out of the pawn shop so I could play them, but it was missing like one of the arms for the rack tom. So I was playing like bass, floor tom, snare, and. Still made it work.
Punk rock's alive.
It wasn't like, I was like,
for sure.
Trying to figure out, I was like, maybe I could duct tape it. And I was like, no, I don't want to screw up this
lazy. Oh man, no, we have so much fun, and there's always a funny story wherever we go. We obviously love all the venues here too.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed after being on a couple of tours is we have a lot of venues compared to a lot of cities, and I'm always going to be thankful for that. I mean, I know where we get sad or upset where one door closes,
for sure,
it seems like two more open. I think we're very fortunate in that sense, and especially having like the more kind of underground venues too.
Those are often the best ones.
They're so much fun. Or warehouses, someone's house, that kind of thing. I mean, we did a fair amount of shows here in the basement and in the garage too.
First batch of shows, pretty much. I think, because like I would throw house shows here because I was in a few other bands at the time, and I'm playing this show anyways. We're throwing this show. Do you guys just want to hop on? It's like whatever. If we only got 5 songs or however many songs we had at the time, and then we built the set really really quick. Like
we did. I remember actually the first time I ever came over to this house was when I was in my first band, the Pink Slips, and we met. Travis makes friends with everyone, and it's awesome. So we were just like, oh, who are we playing with tonight? This was back when Dylan O'Connor's was on Portage.
Okay, yeah.
And this, like, what was it, 70
79.
79 van, like camper van pulls up and it's like red and silver. And I swear to God, like 13 people pile out of this van and one of them's being Travis.
Okay.
So smoke.
It was so funny. We're like, who the
Beer
fuck
cans
is
falling
this?
out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was definitely a lot of beer cans going out. So anyways, after the show, Trav said, well, why don't you all come over and I'll record some tracks for you guys and make you steak dinner. Like, this is such bullshit. No one's this nice. But whatever, I guess we'll just go and hang out and see what it's all about. And he lived up to his word. That's where I learned right away that Trav is an excellent cook. He always makes us like parking lot meals on tour.
Oh, cool.
So that's
Trav's
where
kitchen.
we met.
Yeah.
And then
Trav's kitchen.
Sounds like a YouTube show or something.
yeah,
Yeah, well, when we were on that Pressure Crack tour, I literally cooked in the back of the truck.
Okay.
Like we had like a little, what do you call it, truck cap or whatever.
Yeah.
I wash dishes,
Yeah.
I think.
But I also gotta say though too, Mike Nasty did a lot of the recording. I mean, I was helping here and there. I was still kind of new to it, but he because he did a lot of the recording for the other two bands. I was in the Hormones, and I joined the McNasties later.
Okay.
And yeah, so he did a lot of the recording side. We just wanted to record them. We were kind of still figuring out. He knew a little bit better than I. And then I was like, well, I can cook. So like, yeah, I just cook everything up, help where I could. And then I learned a lot of stuff from that guy. So
I still burn KD, man.
I
I just drench it in sriracha and it's good to go.
yeah, I just can't take credit for the whole thing because it was
Right.
Nasty was definitely
That's
like
okay.
a big portion of it, I think.
When it comes to house shows, like I prefer house shows to anything, pretty much, because I don't
Yes.
like being in large groups of people.
yeah.
And usually I like being around people I know. So
Yeah.
a house show, usually you get both of those things. You get a small
Yeah.
crowd, you get an intimate show, whatever it is, and then you get people you sort of chose to be there. You know what I mean?
And
Oh,
the beer's cheaper.
Right, and everything is there. You got washrooms that are like in someone's house. They're probably, usually cleaner, not always. But
Yeah.
do you feel like playing a house show or something small like that is a different vibe for you guys as a band than it is playing at a bar or something?
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
do you think you sound different? Like, is there a different energy?
Oh, hell yeah,
Well,
for sure.
especially playing house shows here because we practice here.
Right, yes, you're already set up.
So
It's like home.
it's just like practicing. So we're totally comfortable, and it's a lot of fun. But I think like house shows in general are just like, I don't know, like not. It's not like venue shows aren't fun. They're
Yeah, of course,
definitely
Oh, they're so
much
gnarly
fun.
because we don't get to have them, and it's nice to be the whole energy. Is like,
Yeah, people get pretty hype for house shows, and it's like, yeah, it's a little bit of a different environment as far as like, like especially here, like I got a pretty big yard. I guess you didn't really get to see the back, but it's a pretty big yard.
Yeah.
So
I put
people
my
can,
bike in it.
Park my car in your
yeah, so it's
backyard.
a lot of fun. Yeah, I don't know. House shows are just great. They're
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, again, it's like a lot of your close friends. It's who you want to be there mostly.
Yeah.
And I also find, too, playing on a level floor to your audience in Trav's basement is a lot more comforting, too. Sometimes I feel kind of the higher the stage, a little bit more intimidated I get,
Okay,
but then
okay.
I get over it quicker now. But yeah, it's just that I'm on the ground. The only thing that I caution anybody playing house shows, if you got a mic in front of you, just make sure you hold it down with your foot.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
for sure,
That's
yeah.
the only thing.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody gets excited. There's moshing. That's totally fine. We encourage that. But yeah, if you're the one playing, definitely put a foot down.
Or
on
we can be
those
like
mics.
Mung and use his Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Oh, the Garth Brooks thing. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Who's Garth
Oh,
Brooks?
we should still do that.
It's funny because actually, like, the only thing I know about Garth Brooks is the use of that thing. Someone showed me a picture of him, and they were like, "Yeah, Garth Brooks is doing this," and I would not pick him out of a lineup. I have no idea what he looks like. I saw a picture, like, that's Garth Brooks, but I know he has a stupid headset mic.
I'm pretty sure
he's a pop
he has
star.
a song about friends in low places.
That's the only song I know too. Yeah.
Slowly,
That's
it's
about-
fine.
But then when he came here, like, everyone I know on social media was like, "Oh man, Garth Brooks." I'm like, "What?" Yes.
All I know is that song, and my mom used to listen to him a lot when I was young. So I probably know a lot more Garth Brooks songs if it was to come out. I could probably actually even recite some words.
As far as
So new
as
cover
far as
then?
like
No.
stages go, the bigger the stage, it's like, oh man, I get to ollie off this afterwards.
Yeah.
Is that like a consideration when you're figuring out where to play? It's like, oh, this venue might have a better ollie spot.
Oh man, we're at the King's Hotel,
Yeah.
and there's a pull-in, like a drive-in roof thing.
Okay.
And we were playing with our friends, motherfuckers from Calgary, and like I was like, oh, I'm gonna ollie off the big one, and I don't even know why I was even planning on trying to ollie off because it's gravel.
Yeah, like
it's
it's
not
not even
pleasant,
like pavement it is landing on.
Yeah, I just
Brody took a video though, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Brody.
You want to see me jump off something like
onto gravel,
14 feet?
Oh man!
So I just brutalized my heels and who was it from who's the guitar player for Motherfuckers again?
Matt.
Yeah, Matt. He goes into the vendor, brings back some ice. Here, put these on your heels. I'm like, sweet, man. I'm like cracking him with a beer. You're the best, man.
There was like a whole scene happening there for a while though, right? Like once the Kings reopened, there's a lot of bands that kind of, I guess, would be more suitable to what you guys are doing.
Yeah, I mean, also they moved the stage to inside. It used to be along the side, it was kind of more at the back. And it was a great time. I never had any issues there. It was awesome. It was really cozy, you know? It was kind of like Mom and Dad's basement kind of feel.
Even before, like, Greg brought a lot of his stuff there and refuculated the stage and shit.
It's a nice stage.
It's a great word.
I used it earlier today. It's a good one.
It is very good, yeah.
But yeah, the Kings used to be so different, and they were always really good. Even there was different owners and stuff, but especially once Greg Dwornik kind of like brought all the Crazy Maiden stuff there. I was putting on the shows that was the really fun times.
A lot of fun, yeah.
He always made shirts too, like every venue. Love that.
Shirts for the venue, like advertising.
It'd be like
I think I saw like those King shirts.
He made the King's Hotel Punk Night or something. I can't remember what it said on the front. I have one somewhere. Nice. And then it just like he's like, all right, which punk bands? What do you guys want your logo on the shirt? And he'd put all of anybody who was like, yeah, dude, let's do it. Yeah, he'd put all their logos on the back.
It's like a nice little timestamp of what was going on at the time, who was playing with who, kind of thing.
And then like there's bands that like played then don't play now.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, it's nice to have that little like home base, right? Like where you know you can play a show, and you know you're probably gonna know people if you're not playing a show, or you're gonna like it's your friends' bands and stuff.
Oh yeah,
it's like, hey, no drinking. All right, I'm just gonna walk around the corner. There's a big crowd of people.
Hey man, do you want to go for a cola?
Oh hell yeah, bro! Let's go in.
Did having that help like just to kind of build the community though with the other bands you're playing? Because I imagine like it's a lot of the same people every night, right? When you're playing there.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, and I mean I guess a lot of other people that were coming to shows too were like, hey, I kind of want to start a band too.
Yeah,
so you kind of see a lot of new bands pop up over the last little while, and you know what? Even if those bands end up discontinuing, well then they're gonna go and start a band with other friends too, or
because Winnipeg is the most incestuous city ever for bands.
Yeah. But it's nice because then people get to work with new people and get to work with their friends and kind of form a little band family like we did.
Did that then move to that pizza joint? Is that where it is now?
No, it was. It went from the Kings to the St. B.
Okay,
and then from the St. B to Mr. Bones.
Right.
I use you can't tell I'm doing it.
The air quotes,
quotes.
What about the Doghouse? That was around for a while.
The Doghouse was kind of almost like at the same time as the St. B, and then like I can't even remember can't really remember that. Like that wasn't like Greg though. That was
Drew.
Yeah.
And then it moved from the St. B to Mr. Bones, and then they changed their name to Bulldog and stuff. And
And they seem to have a lot of punk shows there. Like, I haven't been yet. I keep seeing shows, and I just haven't got out to...
They've been, like, Bulldog Pizza for a better part of a year now.
Yeah, it's been a while, right? Yeah.
But then also, they opened Bulldog Event Center next door.
Right.
And it's about capacity about over 200 people.
Oh, no, it's like, I think Mark said it's like 350.
That's pretty good.
shit.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot, because it's like the size of the zoo, I would say.
Okay.
I mean, like, maybe not exactly mapped out the same way, but the square foot is probably pretty close.
Mm-hmm. And everything's all new. They've got beautiful lighting, a really large stage there.
All they need is a half pipe.
Dude, Scam Jam!
Oh,
Scam
Put it
Jam!
up there, September 14th, Scam Jam.
There's a half pipe in there.
Oh, yeah, we're planning on, Scam Skate's going to bring a mini ramp in there. We're going to have 8 bands.
Yeah, Scam Jam started quite a few years ago.
That's the outdoor thing usually, right?
Yes.
It's usually outdoor, This year we're bringing it inside, but then we don't got to worry rain or shine. It's happening.
Yeah, I mean, last year we did portable stage, and it's varied for, usually it was Skate Park West, it was Commenda, and it's just an outdoor skate fest every year with bands playing all day.
Yeah.
And as we said, this year, September 14th, what venue, what is the skate portion being held at this year?
In the Bulldog Event Center.
In the Bulldog Event Center. Okay.
No, the Skate Jam is at Riverbend.
That's a different event though. Not Scam Jam. Scam Jam is strictly in the Bulldog Event Center. They're just bringing a mini ramp in there, like the same one the same one they brought to Folk Fest.
Okay, so I can't go skate Riverbend beforehand.
So concerned right now.
Get the important things figured out first, right? Yeah.
All right, I'll see you guys there.
Yeah. No, that's cool though. Yeah, it's nice. I remember when I first saw the, not to dwell too much on the King's Hotel stuff, but when I first saw it coming out, I wasn't going to shows much then, and it was cool to see. Like, it seemed like every week there was a punk show there, and it made me feel good that it was still, Winnipeg was losing venues, but there was still new ones coming out, like we said before, right? Because I mean, the Albert, once that closed, kind of a lot of people seemed like, well, what happens next? But there's always these little places popping up.
Yeah, I mean, there's always places like when I remember when the Albert closed, and I was like, shit, where do we go now? And then I seen a lot more shows at the Windsor. Like there were still some
the Windsor
shows
kind
over
of took over that role. Yeah.
When
the
a door
Cavern
closes,
kind of
kick open a window.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, lots of different places to play.
Yeah.
And then the Albert's open again. It'd be fun to play there again soon.
Now they bought the Zoo's old sound system.
I heard that. Yeah.
Zoo's old.
Zoo's old.
Zoo's old. I like that. New band.
Well, just to go back, backtrack a bit to we're talking about house shows and the energy level playing a house show. How do you get that energy on recording? Because you guys have a couple records out now, right?
Man, recording is.
Do you record do you record live or do you record individual parts?
The first album we did.
Basically, what we've done so far is we'll record all together, but we'll focus on getting a good drum take, and then as long as the drums are good, they can just play over if they didn't feel they did good. So we'll kind of jam. Like when we were at Trendkill, I was in a completely different room. We had headphones where we could all hear each other, and then they were in a different room, and then we just played to get the best take we could.
Okay.
They're all together.
And like I said, as long as there was a good drum take, if they felt like they wanted to redo their parts,
they could go over it.
They could go over it, no problem.
Because there's a lot of styles of music where kind of that immediacy of doing it all together live, sort of, you lose a bit of it. It seems even bands have been doing this 20 years. You hear a recording, and you can kind of sense like, oh, this guy recorded it 6 months ago. You recorded the bass here and this. So I guess that's probably important for you guys, right? To have that kind of
I felt like I felt like a psycho yelling into a mic in a little room. Just going nuts. I'm oh man, I'm just yelling by myself.
It's all of us taking a shower.
It's so funny. And then our second album, so that was PMS, Pretty Mean Shit, and then Can't Take Us Anywhere we did in Trav Kruger's basement from Sub Hips.
Okay.
And he's fantastic as well. We
What
we loved working with both these people so much. We had the best time in both scenarios. And
Travis is the only other Travis that I will allow to be Travis.
The better Travis.
He is arguably the better Travis.
So he has a setup in his basement, so naturally I kind of felt like that was, that's our environment.
Yeah,
right?
your home, right?
And he's got it set up there where we were able to do a lot of kind of live out the floor stuff too, and clean up a few extra parts of our own too. it was a fun time.
Speaking of feeling like a psycho or weird when you're recording, like our friend the Castangs came here. When were they here? That was January, right?
January, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
that was fun
so-
too.
500 pounds of bullshit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, all right.
So we were recording our song 500 Pounds of Bullshit, which is essentially just a bunch of references to, or like Tourette's guy quotes.
Okay.
So, how do we even, I don't
Like
even know how to explain
the
this.
YouTube guy, like the
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So
we recorded the music, and now it's time to record the vocals.
the vocals was like the hardest part. Like,
and there's like maybe like 3 homies downstairs.
oh man, there was like 7 of us down there because it was Phil and Marge doing the recording, and then us 3. Plus, I think Dylan was over. Yeah, well, Dylan was definitely over because we had to
turn around.
Turn around.
Because like the first lyrics are like pass, and it's like
the person singing is the only person who can hear the song.
That's awesome.
So can you imagine just somebody walking down the street, just like all you can hear is somebody pass, ass, you dick.
The Castings are from St. Therese, Quebec, or
No.
Saint Therese.
St. Therese, Montreal. Yeah, either
I
way,
don't know.
they
it's like 45 minutes like north-ish of Quebec, if I'm correct.
Okay.
I thought it was close to
Montreal.
Danville, or not.
We
Sorry,
suck
yeah,
at geography.
north of
It's in
Quebec, right?
Montreal,
Yeah.
north of Quebec.
Well, you
So
couldn't
a
have been
beautiful
Quebec
little
City,
home, and they're super DIY about everything. So when they came here to play a show in January, they just happened to bring, just the right amount of recording equipment.
Okay.
And then Phil, the guitar player, next day, I believe, he was like, "Okay, here's your mixes," and we're like, "What? Wow, that was fast. Are you even home yet? Like, what is this?"
We can actually. I'll send you. Like he sent me the songs that we recorded. I think we did two here, and then we did one when we were on tour with them.
Oh, cool.
Like at their place. So I can send you those recordings or whatever. But yeah, that song recorded songs. It was so hard. Like once you got past the first bit, like for me, the hardest part was the piss part.
It kind of happened where we had to like basically turn our backs from whoever is singing,
Right, just to not,
just and you can just kind of.
As soon as somebody starts smiling, like
It's over. It's game fucking over.
That's like the easiest song too, and it took us the longest.
How does it sound like the finished product?
Oh, it sounds great. Phil's really dope. He does all of their own, like for their band. Phil and Marge are just 2 pieces, their brother sister, the Castangs.
Yeah.
But yeah, their recordings are really well done, and I think he's done 4 of their CDs now, if I'm right. Mm-hmm. I could be pulling that up, but I'm pretty sure it's 3 or 4. Anyways,
cool.
They do well.
A significant amount.
People like you
So what do you have coming up next as far as... do you have any new recordings kind of in the works, or...?
The newest ones is the ones we did in January, which kind of sucks, I guess. But
They're not out anywhere yet.
yeah,
but
we haven't released them. We just kind of...
Focusing on writing some more tunes.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Personally, I'd like to record some more in winter. I really do like recording in winter because it's like, okay, you know, I'd rather just like stay in a house and maybe not have to move so much band equipment.
Yeah.
Hibernation, write tunes.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I think I'm kind of the opposite.
I love playing shows.
I mean,
every time of
it
year.
sucks hauling gear in the winter. That's the shits. But I like riding my motorcycle, so I think summer's gonna be busy for me now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just nice to kind of like, you know, all gather in a warm house or recording studio and just kind of work on that.
Yeah.
Spend the day.
I would love to do that this winter. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, talks of a compilation were in the works as well.
Cool.
Like maybe with the Kessings, and we'll see what happens with that though. It would be a lot of fun to try that out and do that, and yeah.
I do like the camaraderie with like bands during the winter era.
Yeah,
we're just all loading in, but we're like all a part of it. It's like fuck.
Yeah, everyone's frozen. Yeah.
It's like I can't wear mitts to hold these certain handles.
Yeah, for sure.
So I need to wear
Who's
gloves.
got mitts? Who's got close to mitts? You got paper towels?
Yo, can I borrow the mitts?
Do you think that accident?
My hands are being...
Oh man, it's always super greatly appreciated when like venues or houses or wherever we're playing. High five. Wherever we're playing, like as soon as I see the salt on the path, I'm like, oh thank Jesus right now. I'm always afraid of like, you know, slipping with a bass amp or something. Like I feel like I don't need to go skating for like, you know, most of winters. I feel like I do it with my band equipment.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Well, it almost seems like the cold weather gives you more inspiration to yell things like piss and stuff. Right? Keep the aggression out. Like,
keep warm.
Yeah.
Well, only for like what, 5 to 30 seconds.
Oh, we have so much fun.
Oh, just letting you know that quote was from Dumb and Dumber.
Okay.
It's like, oh, my hands are freezing. He's like, why don't you take these extra gloves?
Like,
my hands are getting kind of sweaty.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie in years.
I love
it's
that.
a great movie. Yeah,
Is it on
for
Netflix?
sure. Is it what?
Is it on Netflix?
Probably.
Should be.
Yeah.
I like how this dog is just hanging out in the background.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of awesome, yeah.
Oh yeah,
He's
Rex
chill
and
as
Murphy.
cucumber.
Rex and Murphy are Travis's 2 dogs, and they're like our little fan club. They come and listen to us do terrible things and make fun noises.
Murph's been here since the start. I got here like 2 months after I moved into this place like 8 years ago. And she's been to all the shows.
Oh, nice. That's
I
awesome.
call her the
That's awesome.
pit control once again with
Air
air
quotes,
but-
yeah.
Yeah.
We have a love-hate relationship, but
Yeah.
she's alright.
She's been opening up to you in her older
Yeah,
years.
you know, just you know.
I can't see or smell you anymore.
I call her the fun police because as soon as people start, you know, either, you know, play fighting or moshing, she's
she
like
don't
right
like
in
it.
there,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
shutting it
Yeah,
down.
That's why I call her pit control.
That's awesome.
How's it going, Chad? Give him a hug.
And then there's Rex. Yeah, right? And then there's Rex, I call him Forever Puppy, as he's always going to look like a puppy.
And he's a big dumb guy.
A little gentleman.
It's always a good sign when a band has dogs around, though. You know, it usually seems like, okay, this is going to be cool. Like, it's, you know, go to a house and there's dogs. It's,
Oh yeah, well if my dogs don't like somebody, I usually don't.
yeah, they can tell, right? They can sniff it out.
Oh, they can.
Yeah.
I believe in that 100%.
Like Murph and Jimmy might have had their differences about the years, but she didn't like constantly go after you kind of thing. Like you know what I mean? Like,
Well, not when you're
once
in, not when you're in the room though.
Yeah. She's a bully. She's a bully.
Flexes a flinch. No.
I don't even know where to go from there. So if people are hearing about you for the first time on the show, what's the best thing for them to do to find out more information, find out where you're playing shows, hear your music?
Oh, we have this cool Facebook page. We haven't got onto the Instagrams yet because we're kind of behind on the time, so that's fine. We have so our Facebook, you can find us, but it has to be spelled YERMUM. I can't
Yeah, we're
stress
not
it
Your
enough.
Mum, or you're gonna come across
Your
like some
Mum.
band from like the UK.
Okay, there is a Yer Mum band.
There's a Your Mum. See,
Actually,
we're not Your Mum. We're Your Mum.
If you run into us at a show, we have these awesome little business cards that say "Find us on Facebook" in the blue font and everything. I plan that all out. So there's that.
Do we have the new album
We've
on
got
Bandcamp?
Bandcamp. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is this
no,
the old
I
one?
listened to both of them on Bandcamp. So
okay.
We did the
I haven't
Bandcamp
checked shows
thing.
so much. I know.
There's like a shitload of YouTube footage. Sometimes we post them to our own Facebook pages, so if you have us like personally on Facebook, lucky you, or oh shit.
We should make new cards that have our personal numbers and our address.
Yeah,
and hand them out.
Yeah, I'll just tell them where the secret key is.
I just go,
Next to me in the shower.
And my SIN number is this.
I am a donor.
Credit information.
I think it's funny because business cards are like the least punk rock thing ever invented. But obviously it works.
Ours are
They're
made in
so
blood,
handy.
though.
Yeah.
Ours are made in blood.
Made in blood, they're perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting
They're
exhausting.
pretty cheap and
Yeah, no, it makes sense. It's a good idea.
People put them in their pocket and find them the next day.
Forget about it for a
we
week
make
and
a
like,
new
oh, yeah,
friend the
it'd
next
be
day.
banned.
Awesome.
yeah. What they cost, it saves me from having to write it out 100 or 200 times. I'm fucking done.
Oh, we still
over
have
it.
Spell like Yer Mum over and over again. Yeah.
Cash in my empties and I'll pay for the business cards. Right?
Right on.
that.
So I guess the Bandcamp's the best place to actually hear it, or the YouTube live videos and stuff, or.
Well, yeah, we have both. I guess there's a lot of videos on YouTube, but if you want to hear studio stuff, then
Super need to update the Bandcamp because the last album we did a couple years ago still isn't up there.
that's what I thought.
I thought I saw 2 of them on the show.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Who
sure.
updated that?
Unless
I
I'm
have no
wrong.
clue
Unless I'm
what's
wrong.
going
I don't know.
Oh God, I'm so.
I could be
lost.
wrong too. And
I'm looking this shit up right now.
Okay, we'll find
probably
out
am,
soon.
yeah.
We're
So one of us is wrong. Probably
We're
me.
not good at technology.
Yeah.
So,
I'm pretty sure we didn't put the new one up
I
there.
don't know.
Okay, well maybe that's a good. One more question before we wrap this up. Like, and this question could go long, so I apologize. But the technology thing, you say you're not good with technology. Technology, unfortunately, like I hate it too. But it's how you have to basically get yourself out there now, right? So, how have you guys sort of dealt with that side of things? Because now you can't just be a band anymore, right? You have to be like a business card. You got to be marketing yourself. You got to be, making all these Facebook friends and shit. It's a totally new
Ask
thing.
for favors and cross fingers.
Yeah.
Actually, like the friends we make while we're on like tour and stuff.
Yeah.
We add them on Facebook and just that's kind of how we get out there. Then.
Also,
Yeah.
like
They tell two
throwing-
friends and they tell two
Yeah,
friends.
but that's what you want, right? That's
Yeah.
that's ideal. Yeah.
throwing the shows here for years really helped out too, because bands would tour through here and we'd
Right. You have
put them up, and anytime a band was here, we'd show them the Whorehouse treatment, so to speak.
It sounds.
Which is,
Sounds like something different than what
my
it is.
house was a dive
We're all just
before.
Yeah, there were like 8 people living here. It was a lot of fun.
Okay,
though.
okay.
Yeah,
Good
it's a
people.
small house. There's lots of people living here. It was definitely, it didn't look as good as it does now.
Right.
So it was kind of like, yeah, we can put you up. It's a dry place to sleep, and we'll feed you. And we just
And the show's happening too.
Yeah, the show would be in the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the basement was always kind of nice. Anyways, we just that really helped, especially with booking tours, because we always had a place to stay. I think the only time we really stayed out somewhere was that one place in Hope the last time.
Oh, that's a funny story too. So in Hope, BC, okay, so yeah, we meet all these people that come here to play shows, and then when it came time for us to tour, we would message them like, hey, we're coming through your city,
right.
and we get to see our friends again, which is awesome. But in Hope, BC, we ran into a situation where like, oh fuck, where are we staying tonight? So we're parked in this like strip mall, and there's this couple, I guess, that got kicked out of a liquor store.
Okay.
And they came up to Jimmy and they said, can you go inside and buy us a bottle? Here's money. And Jimmy's like, yeah, sure.
I was on my way there anyway.
Yeah.
So he goes inside, and then meanwhile, Trav and I are outside still. And there's this guy who walks by with a dog, and I said, oh, can I pet your dog? Like, I really am going through some dog withdrawal on tour right now. He's like, oh, a Manitoba plate. So what are you guys doing here? Oh, we're on tour. And And he's like, oh, that's super cool. So I went to go hand him a CD, and he said, oh, I said, this is a gift. Here you go. And he said, oh, here's $20. And I said, no, dude, there's 7, but I'm trying to give you one as a gift. He's like, no, I insist. And then we asked either him or the drunk couple, we said, hey, we really don't know where we're staying tonight. We can camp, we can crash, whatever. And they said, oh, there's actually camping right around the corner.
Oh, nice.
So it's like 10 seconds away. So we just set up there. It's like $15. So thank you,
so
random
money
guy.
from the CD paid for your camp.
Thank you, random guy, for paying for our night of camping. And it was like such a treacherous night too. It was like the one night, of course, where there's like torrential downpour and it's cold. Like, awesome, great.
I set up the tent and the
I made rice-a-roni.
that was so good.
When you guys went to sleep after Trav cooked us an awesome stir-fry feast, yeah. I went into the van and I bought movies.
Yeah.
Watched Kill Bill 2.
Nice.
And just polished off growlers and then like the movie's ended and the sun's going up. I just like, oh, I opened the tent. Oh.
PTFO. I guess to wrap it up too, as you said, we need to do that. We have one show coming up this coming Sunday, August 18th.
Yeah,
but by the time this comes out,
happened,
that'll already happen. So our next show after that, as of right now, is Friday, October 11th, with our friends Mouthfeel at the Cavern. I believe there was another band that got on there.
Are they good? Yeah.
Oh man.
I
seen them at Bulldog like not even that long ago, and like I'd seen them before, but like I don't know, for some reason I don't know. I had a good time. They're really good.
I should find out right now who else said yes to that show.
Where is that show again? Sorry. The Mouthfeel one?
It's at the Cavern on Friday, October 11th, and 6 out of 10's playing too. I was just checking Matt's messages here. So that'll be a lot of fun. Good pre-Descendants show.
Yeah,
the Descendants are the next night. That'll be a good time. I'm looking forward to it.
Cool. And then people should check out the Bandcamp and probably buy CDs off you live at shows is the best way to do it. Or?
I sling CDs out of my Buick trunk as well.
Okay.
So
just randomly, like you just be driving around and someone flag you down.
I mean, if we ever needed to raise funds for tour and we have a new CD or new shirt, I'll drive around the city and like make, if there's a bunch of people in the downtown area, I will make sure, I meet all of them at the same time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I've got merch sometimes in my trunk, but if you want to message me on Facebook, I can arrange that too.
Like, hey man, you got some CDs,
we got some stuff. We do that a lot. It's great.
Well, that kind of fits with the whole, like you guys were saying, the word of mouth is sort of the way you get the word out anyway, right? Which is the same as I do for this, like. It's basically, I talk to one band and they know 8 other bands. Like, oh, I heard you were on a podcast. And then I tell them to contact me. I'm actually pretty sure that one guy from Mouthfeel, I think it's Mouthfeel, and contacted me like a while back and asked if they could be on the show. And I said, well, have you guys played any shows yet? I think the answer was like, yeah, we played one. And I was like, well, no. Yes, but no. But get back to me like when you actually have done something.
Play it.
Then I can actually have something to talk about. But But no, it's good. I mean, I like the DIY word of mouth, drive around.
I love it.
It's the best,
It's so much fun to, catch up with your friends and make new friends. And
What up with Sunrise? Don't we have some...
You do have stuff at Sunrise,
Yeah, that's right. Okay, I brought some stuff to Sunrise Polo Park a while ago. I don't know about the quantities of our second run there. Just do a bunch of paperwork and put that in there. Maybe I'll wander over to the other Sunrise when I'm not super lazy.
Yeah.
That's like, maybe I'll put that on my to-do list while I'm not looking.
Right on. Okay, but there's a lot of places people can get it. They can get it online. They can get it from you and your Buick. They can go to a show. They can get it at Sunrise. So it's not difficult to get a copy of what you guys are doing. I like the Buick idea the best.
Make me in the sketchy backline.
Oh yeah, no, it was even worse when I had a Cadillac and I was just like showing up at places. I'm like, meet me over here in this car.
Better than my work with the white van.
Yeah, that's bad too. Yeah. All right, cool. Well, people should do that. Go meet in the back alley with the Buick. And if you want to hear more episodes of this show, you go to witchpolice.com. All 400 and whatever episodes are there for free download and streaming. You can also tune in on Sundays at midnight, and those are older on UM FM. I should probably say the station. Those are older episodes that get kind of a second boost a few months after they're initially aired as a podcast. So it's like late summer now, might not be till January or something. All of a sudden, you're driving in your car. It's midnight, which is the ideal time to be listening to the radio. And this interview comes on, then people can go right out and then, like, you know, call you up and meet you with a Buick and by the city. So, yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, there we go. That's all I got. Thanks a lot for having me here.
Thank you.
Where's your mom?
Where's your mom?
Thank you.